on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Ready?
Check 31.
Tight dog.
Hey, check 24. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 79 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Melvin looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Check 99.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Last stop. Last stop. Let's go. 60 or. Christian, travel. Shoot.
To throw on 2nd down. Melvin, complete. It's Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
Kill.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my...
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
We got 6 all day.
Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Check 3. Kill. Switch. Tyson.
On 1st down, Hodge. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Wentz now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, They'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 70, Indy. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Throwing on 1st down. Melvin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
20. This is Johnson. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Elliott running right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Melvin. Nowhere to go here. He lost gets the football. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On second down now. Hodge, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Here we go. 120!
Mike, 54. Here we go, D.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And Robinson with a big catch. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a give right side. Hodge. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
55 to Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, man.
On second down, Hodge. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Listen.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He's going to air one and got his man complete. the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Grade 15, grade 15. X3, 218, chopper.
From the 22, Wentz. This is caught by Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Throwing is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Down, man, 55.
Now Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm here all day. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Outside, solid.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz, rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Big hold of the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
To throw, it's Wentz. Now they go screen, it's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. What's this? 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hodge. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Hodge, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Check. Tighten up. Under 10, 10.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check 15.
On 3rd down, Hodge. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready to break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Quit talking about it. Hey, Charlie. Hey, check right. Watching your front. Ready.
2nd and 3. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Off by Ronald Darby.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that
And
play.
he will go down, a Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check three. Let's go.
Throwing again. Melvin nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Melvin. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Too little, Cupcake. Quick on 7. Hey, watch that.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. He's at the 50. the 30, past the 20, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 98 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Chopper!
Check 6 guys. Check.
Cheetah. Go.
2nd and 1. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd and 12.
Reed.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Bravo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Melvin. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
60 or.
Stay with your man.
To throw on 2nd down. Melvin. And this is caught. It's Cooper. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Not today, you won't. Not today.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6. Now he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 yards on the play, first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Damiere Byrd. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
On the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.